Welcome to Istanbul, a city that defies definition, where Europe and Asia shake hands and history whispers from every stone. Istanbul isn't just a destination, it's an experience that stirs your senses. From ancient minarets piercing the sky to the bustling markets echoing with life, this city is where the old world and the new exist in perfect chaos and beauty. Join us as we explore the heart of Turkey through the timeless domes, vibrant streets, and stories carved in marble and light. Standing at the historic heart of Istanbul, Hagia Sophia isn't just a building, it's a living chronicle of empires. Originally constructed in 537 AD as a Byzantine cathedral, it was the largest Christian church in the world for nearly 1,000 years. When the Ottomans conquered Constantinople in 1453, it was transformed into a mosque, blending Christian and Islamic artistry in a way that few other sites on earth can claim. And in modern times, it briefly served as a museum before returning once again to being a mosque. Step inside and your eyes will be immediately drawn to the majestic dome, a 55-meter-high marvel that seems to float above the vast interior. The light streams in through the windows in a way that makes the golden mosaics shimmer like stars. Look closely, and you'll see stunning Christian iconography of Christ and the Virgin Mary sharing space with intricate Arabic calligraphy. It's a place where East meets West, not just architecturally but spiritually. The history that lingers here is almost tangible. Emperors were crowned beneath this dome, and sultans once prayed here. You can feel the centuries under your feet, especially when you walk across the smooth marble floors, worn down by millions of pilgrims, travelers, and rulers alike. Hagia Sophia is not just a monument. It's a witness to the turning tides of history and a symbol of Istanbul's enduring place at the crossroads of the world. Right across from Hagia Sophia, mirroring its grandeur, stands the majestic Sultan Ahmed Mosque, known around the world as the Blue Mosque. Completed in 1616, it is one of the most iconic structures from the classical period of Ottoman architecture, designed to rival the grandeur of Hagia Sophia itself. Its nickname comes from the over 20,000 handmade Iznik tiles that decorate its interior, many in various shades of blue, giving the mosque its serene and ethereal ambience. The mosque features 6 slender minarets, a daring and controversial choice at the time, as only Mecca's mosque had the same number. The courtyard is vast and welcoming, and as you step inside, a breathtaking cascade of domes and semi-domes leads your eyes upward. The enormous central dome, over 40 meters high, seems to hover above you, supported by soaring columns and pierced by hundreds of windows that fill the mosque with divine light. Inside, a tranquil hush fills the space as visitors gaze up in awe. Calligraphy panels quoting verses from the Quran add spiritual depth, while the red carpets underfoot are soft and inviting. The Blue Mosque is not only a house of worship, but also a symbol of artistic devotion, where every detail from tile to dome was designed to honor the divine. Whether you're there for prayer, history, or wonder, the Blue Mosque remains one of Istanbul's most mesmerizing experiences. Just behind the walls of Topkapi Palace lies a sanctuary of calm that has existed for centuries. Gulhane Park, once the royal garden of the Ottoman sultans, this lush green expanse was where they would stroll, reflect, and retreat from the affairs of state. Today, it's a peaceful urban park that welcomes locals and visitors alike with its quiet walking paths, vibrant flower beds, and historic charm. The name Gulhane translates to House of Roses, and even now the park lives up to its name, especially in spring, when rows of blooming roses, tulips, and magnolias burst into color. The walkways, lined with ancient trees, lead you through spaces where the whisper of history still lingers. This was the site where the historic Tanzimat reforms were declared in the 19th century, changing the course of the Ottoman Empire. Benches face the Bosphorus, and from certain points you can catch panoramic views of the water and the city's sprawling rooftops. Locals come to picnic, read, or sip tea at the charming cafes inside. Street musicians often fill the air with traditional Turkish melodies, enhancing the atmosphere. Gulhane Park is more than just a green space. It's a living memory of Istanbul's imperial past that continues to offer peace and inspiration in the heart of a vibrant city. If there's a place where Istanbul's past and present collide in a vibrant display, it's Taksim Square. As the city's most energetic hub, Taksim is both a meeting point and a melting pot. Whether you're catching a tram on the historic Istiklal Avenue or watching street performers draw a crowd, the square pulses with life at every hour of the day. At its center stands the Republic Monument, built in 1928 to commemorate the founding of the Turkish Republic by Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. The monument reflects the spirit of progress and secularism that transformed Turkey in the 20th century. Around it, modern shops, hotels, and cafes buzz with activity, and the square often becomes a stage for national celebrations, political rallies, or spontaneous dancing. Istiklal Avenue, which stretches from Taksim down to Galata, is lined with art galleries, bookstores, embassies, and historic churches. The nostalgic red tram still runs along its cobblestone path, ringing its bell as it weaves through the crowds. At night, Taksim transforms into a social hub, with vibrant nightlife and live music spilling out of meyhanes and rooftop bars. This square is where Istanbul's heart beats loudest, restless, bold, and always moving. Perched on the Seraglio Point overlooking the Golden Horn and the Bosphorus, Topkapi Palace is not just a building. It's a city within a city, a symbol of imperial authority, opulence, and mystery. Built shortly after the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople, it served as the primary residence and administrative center for the sultans for over 400 years. Once you pass through the imposing imperial gate, you enter a world of lush courtyards, ornate chambers, and countless relics of power. Each courtyard unveils a different facet of palace life. From the divan, where statesmen debated the empire's fate, to the lavish harem, where the private lives of the sultans and their families unfolded in secrecy and splendor. Inside, treasures abound. Jewel-encrusted swords, golden thrones, and sacred Islamic relics, including items believed to belong to the Prophet Muhammad, are displayed in quiet reverence. The palace kitchens once fed over 4,000 people a day, and their chimneys still line the skyline like silent sentinels. The views from the palace are breathtaking. Stretching from the Bosphorus to the Sea of Marmara, it's easy to imagine the sultans watching their empire from these same windows. Visiting Topkapi is stepping into the nerve center of one of history's greatest empires, where politics, passion, and pageantry shaped the world. Beneath the bustling streets of Sultanahmet lies one of Istanbul's most mysterious and atmospheric sights, the Basilica Cistern. Built in the 6th century during the reign of Byzantine Emperor Justinian I, this massive underground reservoir once stored up to 80,000 cubic meters of water to supply the great palace and surrounding buildings. As you descend the stone steps, a surreal scene emerges. A vast cathedral-like chamber supported by 336 marble columns, each rising out of shallow water and stretching up toward vaulted ceilings. Dim lighting and the echo of dripping water create a mystical ambiance, making the cistern feel like something out of a legend. The still waters reflect the columns and lights, giving the entire space a dreamlike quality. Among the most intriguing features are two Medusa heads used as column bases. One is placed sideways and the other upside down, sparking countless theories and adding to the cistern's enigmatic charm. Walking along the wooden platforms, you might feel transported back to the time when Byzantine engineers accomplished architectural marvels hidden far below the surface. The Basilica Cistern isn't just a feat of engineering, it's a hauntingly beautiful relic of an empire long gone. It captures the layered essence of Istanbul, where ancient secrets lie just beneath the everyday, and where past and present coexist in the most unexpected places. Rising high above the surrounding rooftops, the Galata Tower is a defining feature of Istanbul's skyline. Originally built in 1348 by the Genoese as part of their fortifications in the Galata district, this stone tower has witnessed centuries of conquests, commerce, fires, and revolutions. Today, it stands as one of the city's most beloved landmarks and one of its best viewpoints. Standing at over 60 meters tall, the tower once served as a fire watchtower and even as a prison. But beyond its historical uses, it has become a symbol of Istanbul's resilience and romanticism. According to legend, if two lovers visit the Galata Tower together for the first time, they are destined to marry, provided neither has been there before. The narrow spiral staircase or modern elevator takes you to the observation deck, where a panoramic view of Istanbul unfolds. From here, you can see the Bosphorus winding like a silver ribbon through the city, the domes and minarets of the old city on one side, and the modern skyline of the European and Asian shores on the other. At sunset, the city glows in golden hues, and the call to prayer drifts up from distant mosques, blending with the gentle breeze. Galata Tower is not just a great photo spot. It's a place to pause, to take in the enormity of Istanbul, and to feel connected to centuries of people who have done the same. On the shores of the Bosphorus, where east truly meets west, stands the magnificent Dolmabahce Palace, a symbol of the Ottoman Empire's final flourish. Built in the mid-19th century, this palace was designed to rival the great palaces of Europe, blending Ottoman traditions with Baroque, Rococo, and neoclassical styles in a stunning display of wealth and ambition. From the moment you enter through its ornate gates, Dolmabahce dazzles. The exterior, with its symmetrical facade and delicate carvings, is a masterpiece of design. Inside, the opulence is overwhelming. Crystal chandeliers hang from gilded ceilings, gold leaf decorates walls, and handcrafted silk carpets cover the vast marble floors. The most famous chandelier in the palace weighs over 4 tons and was a gift from Queen Victoria herself. The palace also holds deep historical significance. It was here that Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, founder of modern Turkey, spent his final days, and his room has been preserved as a national shrine. His death marked not only the end of an era, but the transformation of a nation. As you walk through the grand ceremonial halls and intimate salons, you can sense the tension of a fading empire trying to redefine itself in a rapidly modernizing world. Dolmabahce is more than a palace. It is the elegant echo of Istanbul's transition from empire to republic. Istanbul is not just a city. It's a memory etched in time where east meets west, and every stone tells a story. As you leave its winding streets and shimmering shores, you carry a piece of its soul with you, because once you've been to Istanbul, you're never quite the same again.